live. We are live. Oh my goodness, this is great. Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? Let me get the angles. Look at that logo in the background. It's really pretty, right? Look, it's a carved wall. I'm coming to you from the Henna SOOQ Retail and Salon in Columbia, Maryland, making sure my camera is working and live. Let me get myself situated. I'm so excited to see you guys. Okay, I see the live chat right there. Let me come a little closer. And one moment. All right. All right, sorry about that, guys. Okay, yes, I see all your comments. Okay, your first live. I'm so excited. Okay, so let me introduce myself. Welcome to the Hennasooq channel. My name is Khadija. I'm a leading henna hair color expert, Ayurvedic hair care specialist. I do the most beautiful henna and Jago body art as well. Yes, I do. And I have been here with you guys on this amazing journey since 2005. It's crazy. Look at, oh, my head fits in the O. I just realized that. Look at that, guys. In the sook, my head fits there. I know. You know, I cannot keep from being silly. I am so excited to see you guys here. It has been a minute since I have been live on YouTube, and we're going to be doing more. We're going to be doing so many more. We have the Ask Henna SOOQ series doing so well. We have a henna hair series as well. No, actually, it's a henna powder series. I don't know if you've caught those. Remember, if you have special requests anytime, I would love to hear from you. You know, yeah. So you guys all hear me okay? Is the volume okay? Making sure the volume's good. It says it's working. I turned it up a little bit. Yes. Hey, everyone. You guys are looking good. Look at you guys. All right. Julie Tanner, I want to take you as a first question. And you ask, are the masks easy to rinse out from locks? So it depends on what masks you're using. Are you talking about masks that you're making yourself? Are you talking about masks that we have here at Henna SOOQ? Are you talking about those? So it really kind of depends because a few variables play into that. But we do have at hennasooq.com a list of, it's a category actually that is dedicated to locks. So we do get a lot of questions about locks. We got asked like, what can we use? You know, can I make it like, you know, using hair colors? Like some things are really intimidating, which is normal because nobody with locks wants to have like a pain in the butt kind of situation trying to like rinse things out, you know, for sure. Actually, my daughter, Maria, she graduates from cosmetology school in about 2 weeks. So we're going to be having a party here August 12th in Columbia, Maryland to celebrate her accomplishment. So we have been backed by a cosmetologist for many years now. We actually have a professional henna hair coloring course and program that we run. Master cosmetologist Key Essential Hair. Her name is Key Glover, I believe that's her last name. And she's based out of Detroit, Michigan. She used to be in Atlanta for a bit, but she's back in Detroit. She's an amazing cosmetologist. If you guys want to get your hair done, she is a trichologist. She specializes in hair loss, and she's very well versed with henna and Ayurvedic hair care. So back to my daughter, because before she came along and finished her cosmetology course, you know, we were working with Key a lot, and you know, having cosmetology backing is really important to us because it just will broaden the level of education in natural hair in general. You know, there's a lack of training in it, and we want to be part of, you know, where natural hair is going in the professional industry. You know, there's so much to learn, so much out there, so much that you guys need support in. So, you know, we have the whole salon here. Let me show you real quick here. So let me see if there's any other questions before I move. Your brand detox mud mask. Oh, Julie, yes, absolutely. If you're going to use any of our mud masks, they are pretty easy to wash out. You know, just use a lot of water, like, you know, thin it out a little bit. Like anyone with locks, you know, just thin it out just a little bit more liquid than usual to make sure it all like comes out. So yeah, it works really, really well. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, thank you for the congratulations for Media. So this is what the carved wall looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that's our front desk and the amazing product wall. It's a whole wall. It's big. And there's our front door. Yes, and we have two beautiful product tables, one there and one over there. I don't want to move you guys too fast. You guys would be like, okay, we're gonna get dizzy. I'm trying to go slow. This is our henna body art section. This is where we do all the henna and Jaguar Body Art services on hands, anywhere clients want it, their legs, their back, your belly, anywhere you want it, and a gorgeous painting by Sugar, our designer, Sugar Taylor. You guys got to follow her on Instagram. She's phenomenal. She's really, really an amazing person. And then we have our latest addition, the salon. So we have a steamer, we have a hair dryer, we have a chair there. We have our setup right here, our gorgeous wash bowl, and it's very comfy. I've definitely laid in it a few times already. And yeah, we're going to be doing all our henna, hair color, and Ayurvedic hair care services here. We are going to be doing cutting and light styling. My daughter, and that brings me back to what I was originally talking about when it comes to locks. She said she definitely wants to do locks. She's really, really, really interested. So I was like really excited. I like this lighting. I'm tempted to like sit right here so you guys can see everything. But I'm holding my computer with my hands. So it's not really comfy unless we do this. Let's see if this works. Oh, the lighting. I think I'm gonna pull up a chair. Here I come. I'm gonna pull up a chair. I'm gonna get cozy with you guys. I love these chairs. Here we go. Because angles are everything. Yes. So, oh, this is cozy. I love this. We should do sessions like this where I'm like sitting in the couch and you guys are like chatting with me. And, we're kind of like going through all the stuff. I love these chairs though. They're so cozy. They are. I think I got the last two when I was trying to get chairs for the front, like a sitting area. There's a little sitting area right here. And the light here is so gorgeous, so beautiful. So let me see some of your questions. All right. And yes, I know some of you definitely do wish we were in a major city near you. And that is the ultimate goal. We want to make this the first flagship Henna SOOQ location. And we really hope that we can just manifest these places, this flagship store into, a major city near you, definitely. So we're working on it. It takes a lot of work when, you still have a small team. We're still a small business, we're family run. We don't have any more than, how many employees do we have? 7. So we're really a small team. So it takes a lot of work, takes a lot of funds, to make these things happen. They just can't happen. They're not free. So, in order to make these things happen, it takes a lot of time and investment. And I hope and dream that we can make it happen. I would love that. It's just a matter of, the support, the time, and the funds to do that. That's just the reality of it. No one's going to let you open up stores for free whatsoever. There's always a catch. So, there's always something, right? So, yeah. So, your sister locks, I use a ton of your products. That is amazing. I love it that, I hear that people that are using the products, especially if you have sister locks, it can be a little like intimidating, as I mentioned earlier, like to know like what to use. And even if you're transitioning to like you've used chemicals in the past, you get worried about henna because again, unfortunately, the world of where cosmetologists are taught, and it's not really their fault, they're taught how bad henna is. So, so we gotta like deal with that. That's why it's important for us here at Henna SOOQ to be cosmetology backed, to give us that stronger recognition that we're serious in this industry. Like we're trying to make moves, like in the natural hair industry, and there is room for everyone. There is room for natural hair care. At the end of the day, it's about taking care of your hair naturally, so we need to just have resources available for more cosmetologists, right? Like so that they can have the opportunity to learn about it. If no one does anything and doesn't make do a difference when it comes to education, no one's gonna know any better. People are, it's like people who listen, like, not people. When I say people, it sounds kind of rough. I'm saying, like, sometimes when we're not exposed to the truth of things and we're not educated in certain things, we don't know any better either. Like, there's a lot of things I don't know about, and we're all learning and stuff like that. But that's why we have to make a difference. Like, it's such a niche and small community that we really gotta, support those who are in the natural hair industry. And we also need to do what we do in a professional manner, that is very, very, like high class, like it, we need to be doing things the right way. We need to really do something that makes an impression with others in the best of ways. So yeah, so let's see. I see some questions. What are your store hours? Hey, Sharon. Our store hours here in Columbia, Maryland, it's Wednesday through Saturday. So we're open. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna look at the door. So yeah, it's 12 to 6 on Wednesdays, and then it's 12 to 9 on Fridays, and then 10 to 9 on Fridays, and Saturdays 10 to 5. Sometimes Saturdays are a little bit longer if we have an event. We do events here. We have Ayurvedic hair care classes here. We have like introductory classes, like how do you start with, this type of herb, and how do we have a lot of classes. We've had body art classes for both those who are really just interested in, like, having fun, learning about the art, and also about those who want to do it as a business. If you're looking for a way to make more income, it's a great business to come into. So yeah, welcome. So happy to see you guys. And then the other question I have is coming from Texas Homeschool Mom. How many Ayurvedic powders should I limit in my DIY concoctions? So whereas it's really nice to have a lot of different Ayurvedic herbs in a particular product, do note that every time something else is added, it takes away from the whole, all the ingredients. So let's say, for example, how if any of you cook or bake, if you add too much ginger or too much garlic, that's going to be like your primary focus, but if meaning, like, but also at the same token, if you're adding a lot of different ingredients, like, you may not get as many benefits from them. Like, if even if, like, say it's a tiny bit of cinnamon or tiny bit of this, tiny bit of that. So generally speaking, to answer your question, I would recommend, like, really, if you can keep it at 3 to 5, that gives you a good focus. Like, focus. And I'm been meaning to start writing a really thorough, deep blog article that kind of just, like, breaks it down, like, what you need to know. We need to do more of those videos here, even here on YouTube. You know how we had that henna hair care video, everything you need to know? I thought that was amazing. I loved that compilation a lot, because it was like an easy go-to, and it was like right there at your fingertips, like everything for hair growth. Because I know a lot of the times the other question that a lot of people will get is, like, not only like, how much do I add? Like, say you choose that 3 to 5, herbs, like, how do you know, like, how much to, like, use of which one, like, what's your focus and everything like that. So deciding that is also going to factor in, what you choose, because it's about your focus. It's about, like, well, am I adding cassia? Am I adding amla? Am I doing this and that? And I don't want color, so I'm not going to add henna. But oh wait, I do not mind the little reddish tint, but I want strengthening. So there's a lot of different things. I'm going to write a big blog article about that. I just want to break down, like, how do you choose and formulate your DIY, basically. Look at this light. This light is so nice. The sun feels good too. Feels good. And Red Raj is your jam. Yes, and Red Raj is coming soon. It has a beautiful new package. Another shout out to Sugar Taylor, the designer. She hooked that up. She really, really did. She's amazing. It's so important to have the right people in your corner, like real authentic people that really care about what you're doing and have the patience to go through the ups and downs with you too. There are not a lot of people out there sometimes that can do that, but when you find that person, and it's like friendship, working with them in business, like, really value those people, value those people. And also, sometimes people are with you for what they say is a season, so always be open and understanding, and also kind to yourself, to give yourself patience and grace in everything, so because at the end of the day, this is you, you're on this path. So yes. Does henna help to heal scalp psoriasis? It can help. See, like henna can help with some scalp issues, but there is actually a scalp category that we have. I kind of feel strongly about a few other herbs that help with scalp, like aloe, vera powder, and other moisturizing ingredients like honey and whatnot. That really helps as well. So I feel like there's a few other ingredients, not just henna alone, to help and heal with that. So it really does depend. But what I would recommend, if you're having any scalp issues, to definitely go to our website. They're on the right, which is hennasooq.com. Some of you might be new here. How many people? We got 32 people in here. Okay. Um, go to the website, hennasooq.com. Click on, there's an image as you scroll down. There's a few sections. You got your, our main header, we got clients' favorites, and then we got a few other different sections. Oh, I'm forgetting, drawing a blank. I think it's about henna hair color. And then under that, there should be a photo, about five pictures that focus on hair problems. One of them is scalp issues. So click that, and those are the products that we recommend for any scalp issues that you're having. Primarily, that's first and foremost what I would recommend. And those of you who are new in here, we have a hair quiz right on our website. So yes, so okay, text. Someone asked, when is Red Raj coming back? Okay, Red Raj is going to be back mid to end of August. So stay tuned. You can pre-order now. I do recommend you pre-order because once it comes in stock, there won't be any orders until going out until all the pre-orders. And I will be very honest, there are a lot, and I'm not making this up. There's over 1,000 orders of Red Raj already, pre-orders. So please get in the queue like today for your Red Raj or henna hair dye bundle, because if you wait till it comes in officially, you're going to be waiting another, like, it's probably going to take 1,000 orders, maybe even 7 to 10 days to go out. So we're going to work hard. We're getting the team ready. But note that we're still a small brand. We're a small team. We have about 7 employees. So, and that means production, shipping, delivery, customer, everything. The whole lot of us. We're not a huge, we're a huge brand making a big impact, and our footprint is very huge, but we work very hard. Each person here that is here now working for Hennasooq is a high quality person. They are very high quality, which makes it go a lot easier. Everyone works really well together. We have fun. I love the environment. We're a minority owned brand. Everyone that works for us is a minority, so we support and hire within our community. So, yeah, so we're really about that. We are about it, like, internally as a whole, yeah. So let me see if there are any more questions. Let's see. My hair has grown a lot and gotten thicker using your products for over 2 years, but it won't stop shedding, and it sheds at the ends only. How do I reduce it? That's really interesting. You're saying it sheds at the ends, like it just like, because when I think of shedding, I think of like whole strands coming out a lot. When I think of breakage, then I think that that can be sectional. Am I wrong, guys? Oh, I got itch. Am I wrong in that? Please clarify that, because it sheds at the ends. So I'm trying to figure out, how does that happen? Are you sealing and locking with moisture? Is there something going on? Is there manipulation? Do you think it's because you need a trim? Like, how often do you trim? I'm just curious and wonder. Well, I wish I could see your hair so I could really be like, let me see what it is that's going on. Okay. Yes. So, spiritual coach. Hi, Ari Mac. Do more videos. I learned so much faster with your live examples. Oh, that would be a fun live too. If I did a live with somebody here, hair. That's why we got the salon opening, guys. You are going to be blown away by the new content coming out between September through December. The content is going to be lit. It's going to be really nice. You're going to be seeing a lot of variety, a lot more people. We're going to be really, it's going to be nice. It's nice. And do note, October, November, and December are the busiest months of the year. And you can't believe they're already upon us. So note that we're all going to have to pace ourselves. And come the new year, I know we're talking way ahead, but come the new year, we're definitely going to be opening back up new hair challenges, henna body e-course. We got so much coming with that. Oh, I'm so excited. We got a lot going on. And let's see here. The homeschool mom said I used 100 grams of cassia and the rest was like 2 to 3 tablespoons. I like that you had your cassia as like your base, your foundation. That's great. And then 2 to 3 tablespoons of the other ones. Yeah, so it's not bad. It's a pretty good mix because you had a nice primary. So, but ideally, again, try to keep it between 3 to 5 different herbs total, ideally. I know it's really exciting to be like, I want a little of this and I want to get the benefit from that and this, but just make like a secondary mask and put it in a rotation. You don't have to necessarily use the exact same mask formulation every time. You can rotate, and that's kind of good for your hair too. Every like 1 to 2 weeks, you're like, okay, I'm going to do these 3 to 5. And then next week, I'm going to do these 3 to 5. And then remember, as we get into cooler weather, I know that's been hot in a lot of places. You're probably thinking like cooler weather, like when is that going to happen? But as we do transition, the weather transitions to whatever cooler temperatures it needs to be, because I know some areas will definitely eventually get cooler. I would say just watch your hair, keep your eye on it, because as the weather changes, we have to make some adjustments. So typically when we go into, into fall, winter, or any type of cooler months, I know some of you don't have a fall and winter per se. I was going to say, you may need honey, you may need yogurt, you may need like more ingredients that are more moisturizing. So just keep watch on how your hair is behaving, and know that hair care is seasonal as well. And hair care is weather related too, just in general. Like even if it's a hot summer day, you have these rainy days and your hair is going to behave differently. Your skin, things are just going to be a little different. So just watch and pay attention, write everything down, so that way you can adjust as needed. Why do you never show hair? Hey, Ruch Dior. Why do I never show hair? Well, because I am Muslim and I'm in a public space. So to say never is not really true. I definitely don't, cover up when I'm at home around my family and stuff like that. But I am Muslim and I'm practicing, so I do choose to cover. Hennasooq is a brand that represents minority women and men. You don't see a lot of representation when it comes to natural hair care and henna and Ayurvedic hair care when it comes to brown and black women and men. And we also support Muslim women. And not only Muslim, we have Rastafarian. There are a lot of religious women and men who decide to cover their hair, and we support them. We are, when I started Hennasooq, I wasn't in any way trying to make Hennasooq like every other henna brand. It's just not where I was after. Like I was after this community, what we have built together. So I believe in being authentic. So you be who you are. I don't feel like anyone should ever change for whatever they love and believe in, because at the end of the day, you know what your intention is and where your heart is and where you're at. I have a lot of videos on that too, so I don't want to go on a whole tangent, because I want to take this quality time to answer your questions and like be here for you guys, so definitely let's get into it. Hey, Layla said punk back. Hi, I'm so happy I have found your channel. Does Red Raj have a higher percentage of lawson than Moroccan henna? Yes, absolutely. Red Raj has a very strong and high dye content. So if you have stubborn hair or very resistant hair, Red Raj is going to be your best bet. Right now, Supreme Henna is on sale though, guys. If you're looking to get a really nice henna powder, like you want to pre-order Red Raj, and you can do that, and then you can get into the queue. and then order that separately. Any pre-orders, I do want to let you guys know, order it separately because it can hold up your whole order. So some people may have missed that, but it is on the product page. It's all the pre-orders have that. You get an automatic email. So we're trying to clarify so that you see that as well. But I was gonna say the Supreme Henna is on sale for $5, and it's a very, very good. It's one of my personal favorites, especially as a henna artist. And I love that it's so creamy and smooth to wash out of the hair, and I just love it. It's a good alternative right now. If you need a really good henna powder, you should get that. And if you're on our SMS list, you probably, and now here on YouTube, you probably saw that we have a secret stash. If you're curious about the secret stash, you can ask me in the comments and I will share. Oh, Julie, you got a consultation? Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. And Vanessa Finney says, hello. If I do henna and indigo dye, would it be too watery when using a bottle applicator? It shouldn't be because you have control of the henna and indigo when you're mixing it and putting it in the bottle. So it should be fine. So you could definitely put in the applicator bottle. We have like 12-ounce applicator bottles on the website. So you could definitely, use that, and then apply it right on your hair. And then it's easy to apply with as well. Yep. All right. What else? We got Latonia Jackson. Hey, thanks for the great products and insightfulness. In one of your tutorials, you'd advise not to deep condition after rinsing out henna application. Can you please explain why that is the case? So when it's a henna application, specifically for a henna hair color application, my concern with the deep conditioning is that sometimes deep conditioning can pull out the color. So just be wary of that. It doesn't happen for everyone, but I kind of stick to the general guide in that because there are so many different types of deep conditioners out there that you don't always know which one can pull out the color. So I like to recommend that clients definitely more so when they do a henna application, especially if it's a henna hair color application, that you definitely use your leave-ins and something light and let the color fully settle. It takes about 2 to 3 days to settle, and then you can like deep condition and do your regular wash routine after that. If your treatment is a henna strengthening, meaning like you don't really care about the color, then you can absolutely deep condition afterwards. So I hope that helps. Which shampoo bars are better for sister locks? I think all of our shampoo bars are good for sister locks because ours are SLS free. There's no foam boosters. It's nothing that's going to get trapped in your hair. They're all fine powders, or there have been herbal infusions like with oils. So they really don't mess with any of your whatchamacallit with like your locks at all. So distractions a little bit. I'm like looking outside, like what's going on out there? But yeah, there's a little bit of action out there out front. But I was gonna say that all the shampoos are amazing, and our shampoo bars are Ayurvedic shampoo bars, meaning that they have a hair focus, because they're infused with Ayurvedic herbs. So some of them are strengthening, and some of them have a little bit more like, good for your scalp. Some of them are a bit more like moisturizing, depending, even some of the oils sometimes. It's really fascinating how some of the oils that you use, specific oils foam more than others, like in the shampoo bar formulation. So it's really cool. So you have that. Then we have one infused with honey, and coconut milk. I mean, our shampoo bars are good, and we do not use any fragrances, like zero fragrances, like artificial fragrances, and mineral oils and anything like artificial or synthetic. No, we do not use. We use pure essential oils, and we use raw natural ingredients, herbs, whole herbs. Like most of the time we're putting the powders. Even our hair washes, we take the Zisophis powder form and it's added to it. Like we don't do these oil infusions. We want them to be as raw, natural, herbal based as possible, because you get the more benefits that way. I would, Julie Tanner, you could come. We're not far from the airport. We're like in a nice hub. Like this area is great if you want to like travel and whatnot. You could definitely do that. You could definitely travel to this area because we're like in Columbia, Maryland is like the center point of like the DMV. You have like DC, you have Virginia, and you have Baltimore. So there's so much to do in this general whole area. So you would definitely like, it's worth it. Like there, the museums are close. I mean, we're really in a nice niche. Like we're a go-to place, so you can always come and see us. Yeah. So hey, Taj, is it Taja? Alcindor. I hope I say I like saying people's names right. So I hope I'm just want to say I hope that I'm saying everyone's name properly. I love your channel. Just wanted to know, when wearing the henna hair mask, how long should it be left under the steamer for before I rinse it out? Thanks. Okay. So yeah, if you got a steamer, mm, like there's a steamer. Look, guys, steamer right behind me. Steamer. I know some of you probably have a steamer that might be handheld, or you may have a steamer that's more like on wheels. Great. Steamer in general is amazing for your hair, especially if your hair is on the dry side. If you can get access to a steamer, that would help a lot. Help, especially with dry hair. So when you have a mask, like a henna mask or any hair treatment, you can leave it in your hair for probably 30 to 60 minutes. That'll be sufficient. And Texas homeschool mom says, are there specific herbs that are better to use in hotter weather? That's a really good question. In really hotter weather, I don't think so. As specific herbs, I'm trying to go through my list in my head of specific herbs that would be better in hotter weather. No, they're equally great to use in hot weather. No, there's no like nose in hot weather or nose in cold weather at all. I'm not of the opinion that like that hotter versus cold weather affects different herbs like in your hair when you're using them, because you're at home and you're using them and you're doing a treatment, and then you're basically like washing it out, right? So no, I think that would be fine. It's just a matter of when you're using certain products more so when it comes to moisture and oils and different variables, that probably is definitely going to vary a little bit more. So hey, welcome salam. Hey, Eva. And so Marianne says hello and thank you for answering my question regarding gray hair. I still need to purchase the indigo to go along with it, right? Yes. So when you're covering gray hair, you can use henna alone, but it is reddish, toned, or orangey reddish, depending on how much gray hair you have and where you're at in that process too. Like, but yes, you use indigo when you want your hair to be more like brown, dark brown, or up to black tones. When you want to tone that henna down. Yes, so it's an option. So Latoni said, yes, thanks. I allow the color to settle for a few days before shampooing, but I wasn't aware the deep conditioner would also pull the color out. Appreciate your input. Of course, yeah, absolutely. And Melissa Umbenhor says, I usually dye my hair with red raj, but because you have been out for so long, I dyed my hair with red Rajasthani, and now my hair is several different colors. Oh, do you know why? That's really interesting. It's several different colors. Like, did you by any chance space out your coloring treatments in general? I mean, the Rajasthani is definitely a bit more burgundy than red Raj. So that may be the factor, or it may be a henna buildup. What I would need to know is like, when did you start coloring your hair? Did you take a break at all? And like, are you doing all your hair or just a root touch up? Because that's going to kind of determine like how many tones you might be seeing coming up in your hair. And if you naturally have different tones in your hair as well, that might be possible. Or it may just be that the Rajasthani is more burgundy and that's what you're seeing, like in certain areas. And Melissa said also, I've been dying. Okay, this never happened. Oh, you've been dying 3 years. Okay, I saw your next comment. I read one and then I went to focus on that. This has never happened. It may be just because the Rajasthani is more burgundy. That may be happening. So Lotus Flower said, hey, Hennasooq, what would you recommend for hair loss and for covering gray hair? So yes, for covering gray hair, well, of course, it depends on what color you want to achieve. There are a lot of options. When you want to color your hair, your gray hair, it's just going to be henna and or indigo, depending on the tone you want. So those are coloring herbs. We have on our website, we have henna hair dye, and then it kind of like breaks it down from there under the shop, like what you can choose from. And then hair loss. So Hair loss, there are sometimes a lot of factors going into that. It could be medical related, like your health, your diet. So I always recommend that if you haven't done annual blood work, you should be checking like your iron levels, and you're checking, your blood work to see what's going on. Has your diet changed in any way? And if it's not really any of that, and hair loss could be like, when we get older, when we're, changing and aging and stuff like that. Well, what I would recommend is definitely the hair teas. The hair teas help a lot to prevent hair loss because they're very strengthening for the scalp. They reduce shedding, and they can help, just make the hair stronger in general. And definitely make sure you're hydrating with the good leave-in conditioner, so that way you're not getting any breakage or more loss. But strengthen your roots. So definitely, if you go to our website, hennasooq.com, and you scroll down, there's a section on hair problems. And there's one that says hair loss. There's one for like scalp. And there's even some for like damaged hair and different areas like that. You can start there, and that will help a lot. Or just take a hair quiz, and it's going to have so many great suggestions. Yeah. Okay, volume is okay. Yes. So, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. So, Sharon Lou says, what is the process when you come to your salon for a henna treatment for color? I would not want to leave the salon with henna in my hair. So, yes. So, we are a full service salon. So, we, for henna hair color, we have the steamer and the dryer. We use those to get the processing of the henna to go a little bit faster here, so you can get your hair washed. I mean, it is easier if you do, take time to detangle, so that way you won't have to sit as long as well. That'll help the whole process and the timing, because we're a full service, but we're also limited. We're taking like limited clients. Like, we're probably only seeing about 2 clients max at a time. So you'll get your hair washed, and then we'll apply the color, and then you'll sit under the dryer or the heater. We're going to kind of do the rotation depending on how much moisture your hair needs, the level of dryness. And yeah, and then from there, then we wash it all out. We co-wash, condition, add all that moisture back, make it like amazing. And then from there, you can decide to have like a protective style, or a blowout, or whatever. You can choose like a light styling, and then you'll be good to go. But we're not also primarily also, we're not like doing like heavy styling though. We're mostly going to be focused on henna hair color and Ayurvedic herbal treatments. We're going to be focusing on treating the hair. We want to do like as many scalp treatments and deep conditioning, and really focus on that primarily. And then it's light styling and cuts. Yeah, so I hope that helps. Oh, Anita, your store is so convenient. The Wegmans nearby, has other hair care brands. Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's true, Needham. Yeah. If you live in this area in Columbia, Maryland, there is Wegmans has a lot of natural hair products. Also, Target does as well. They and Whole Foods also carries like some of our favorite brands, since it is officially the first day of Black-owned businesses. Because yes, my dad is from Guyana. I always get like put in another like cultural box. People look at me, presume I'm something. When they don't know me, they think I'm Arab or something. I don't speak any Arabic, by the way. I don't know. I only look at little like words because, I am, Muslim. So I do know some words, But I was going to say, I speak English and French. My dad is from Guyana. So, and my mom is Italian, American, like native. She's kind of like a mix, So let me turn that off. There we go. So yeah, she's a kind of a mix, and all my dad's family's from Guyana on his side. So yes, about the first day of Black Business Month, right? So let me shout out and share with you guys some of the businesses that I love, adore, and respect. And their owners are just amazing. I adore the owners. Shout out to my girl, Sugar Taylor, her brand. Other than designing this gorgeous space, like this space and all the products, she is rebranding everything. She's absolutely amazing. And she owns When in Rome. Her concept, and she's local. Oh, excuse me. Her concept is so cool. She has created a way to be a traveling like vendor and or traveling, not really a traveling vendor, but a traveling pop-up. She's amazing at pop-ups. Like she can just like she be doing it. I'm so impressed. Like that woman is I love her, love her, love her, love her. She really does amazing, oh, such amazing things. What she has, so check her out when in Rome, for the mobile pop-up shop. So I'm definitely gonna be involved. And I definitely want a lot of our local DMV, brothers and sisters who have their own brands to definitely you definitely need to be following that girl, and you definitely need to follow When in Rome. That's on Instagram. When in Rome. And when it's Rome, it's not like the city. It's ROAM. Get it? When in Rome. When you roam, basically. Oh, I'm telling you, this girl's savvy. And a shout out to another brand that's local that I absolutely love, Oyen Handmade. Oyen, owned by Jamila and Pierre, family owned. Another small brand, another brand that makes all of their own products. They're all deep conditioners, they're leave-ins. They're absolutely amazing. They have a location in Baltimore, Maryland, but they're also in Whole Foods in several locations. So, but their products are absolutely amazing. They work very well. We're going to be having and using some of their products right here in Hennasooq. That's how amazing their products are. And shout out to a nonprofit that I love called N Life. They're an organization that specializes a lot with the youth, especially in Baltimore. They do a lot of cleanups, they do a lot of camps. They really just support, youth events and activities. And it's run by Naima. And Naima does a lot of event planning. She's done a lot of work with us before. She's amazing at event planning and putting events together, like even like book signings. She does so, I don't know, she might have done everything. Like she's worked in the music industry to, help artists she's just a phenomenal person. And N Life is an amazing nonprofit that I want to shout out that I absolutely love. Another nonprofit that I want to shout out that's in this area, in the DMV area, The Third. And I'm personally, and Hennasooq is like a sponsor, and I'm a founding member personally. And it is a minority business. How do I describe it? It's a minority support system for those in business, artists, and just, people who are also like chefs, like any small business you have. The Third is the space that brings people together. They have like meeting rooms. Of course, they have events. They have a whole cafe. You can do your podcast there and record videos. I believe they have massage therapy and they have resources within the community to help you find grants and just loans and just overall support, like anything you can think of. Like they're amazing. I absolutely love them. So that's my shout out. Let me see if any more questions. All right. So about braiding, which henna is best? Hot Pika Yumi. I don't really understand your question. After braiding, which henna is best? I mean, any henna and the braiding doesn't stop any henna or treatment. So, are you worried like that the henna hasn't been washed out? Is that because it should not interfere with braiding whatsoever? Good quality henna powder. Like if some of you are using other brands, yeah, some of them are just they're very different from Hennasooq. Something like if you want something specific that washes out, if that's really what the question is, because you're braiding here and you don't want to see any henna residue. Well, first of all, sometimes it takes 1 or 2 washes, depends on the person's hair, their shower head, and how good a job they're getting it out. But like Jamila henna powder and Supreme henna will be the best and easiest to wash out. If that's really what the question is, like what has the least amount, the creamiest, the smoothest, those are 100% like you guys will love them. Those are the best of the best. And let's see, next question. One beloved one. Aloha. How long after doing henna indigo does one deep conditioning. So I would recommend that you deep condition 5 to 7 days later. I know I said earlier, like you can let the color settle 2 to 3 and go back to your, regular routine. So you can, it's just let your hair have 5 to 7 days. And plus, for convenience purpose, it is nice, like the average person, I would say, is that. But if you do it a little bit sooner, just keep your eye on your color and see if that worked for you, or wait 5 to 7 days is the average that I recommend typically. Yes, so I see. Hey, Heather Mayweather, is a Shebe mask in progress? No, not that I'm aware of. Were we supposed to be doing a Shebe hair mask? Not this live. I think we kind of talked about it, but we do. I can't recall. We do have a Shebe hair mask already on YouTube, though, that you can refer to and like watch and see. But I probably, when it comes to doing hair applications live in person, I'm probably going to be doing Henna and Ayurvedic treatments first before I do a Shebe one, because the Shebe, like in the space we have, it's going to be a little tough to keep like as easily like together and whatnot and film that. So yeah, so I'm not really sure about that. Yes, you mentioned secret stash. Yes, secret stash. So if you're on our SMS list, and I'm really sad if you're not on our SMS list, and you might wonder, what is an SMS list? So we have an email list. Some of you get our emails. We also have a text message list. And on the text message list, there is a secret stash. It's considered, like, we consider it like the Henna Bay VIP secret stash access list. We will we will text you directly if you're on the SMS list. So you may be on an email list, but it doesn't mean that you're getting texts from us. Not everyone wants to get texts. You have to opt in, which we respect. We're not going to like put you. That's so unethical. I hate that personally, when people put you on a list and you didn't even ask. So you can sign up. There's a spot. If you do hennasooq.com, you know what? I can put the link. If you want to sign up for SMS right now, you can do that. And you can save up to 50%. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Up to 40% off of products. Let me get that. Let me see. Pages. And here's Secret Stash. I'm going to get the link. I'm going to put it in the comments for you guys. Where are we at? There we go. I just heard myself twice. Yep, because I opened up the other page. Am I echoing? Okay, I shut the other page off. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize that was a thing. Can you guys hear me okay? I didn't mute myself, or I didn't mess it up, right? Okay. I'm like clicking stuff. I didn't realize I had two windows open. That's a secret stash page. You sign up and you're gonna get access to all the Henna Bay promotions, all the secret sales where you can save up to 40%. And sometimes we have like early launches. We do specials only for you guys on the text list. So if you sign up, you will not be disappointed. But because you guys are on this live, you guys right here, right now, it has not been advertised. Let me share a secret special. Let me go back to the website. I'm going to go to a collection page, collections. One moment. I'm looking on the internet at the same time here. Secret. Aha. So today we have 30% off. 30% off using code over 30. Oops. There we go. Perfect. So that is, but I highly recommend. So there's two things. There's a sign up, and I really recommend that you sign up like today. And then the sale, there's up to 30% off. These select items that I just linked to you guys, exclusively just to you guys, that you can take advantage of today only, August 1st until 11:59 p.m. Eastern time zone. So don't hesitate. Go scoop up to 30% off all those goodies. Good. So let me see. Any more questions? Use the Bring Raj and Brahmi on my brother, and he's a fan. Guys. I love seeing guys. We don't see enough guys using the products. I need to see more of that. Yes, I love it, love it, love it, love it. So Rain Palmer says, hi, Khadija, I have a question and can't find the answer on Google. Do you have to wait for the henna loss on dye to release before adding it to a deep conditioner. So if your focus is deep conditioning your hair, then you don't have to worry about waiting for the henna to have dye release, because your focus is not the color, right? The only reason you would wait for dye release is if you wanted color. And the dye release doesn't make, I know it can be a little confusing. When I think about the way people talk about the dye release of henna, it kind of makes you think like that's the only way you can get benefits out of the henna, but that's not true. When people are talking about dye release, it's all about color. Like the focus is color. When you dye release it properly, you get the color to come out. You get, that's your focus. When you're using in other recipes, you don't have to wait for dye release because you don't care about the color, but the benefits are always there. Regardless of dye release or not, henna is always beneficial. When as soon as you mix it, you're getting the benefits. You're infusing in oil, you're getting the benefits, you know? So you're gonna get the benefits of henna regardless if you wait for dye release. Dye release is about color results. Yes, so let's see. What's best for thickening hair? Oh, yes, thickening hair? Ziziphus. I know you can't see it, but it is, let me see, am I pointing at it? I think Ziziphus is right. Oh no, you can't see it, it's more over there. But the Ziziphus hair wash is up there. It's cute that I can like reach it, like bloop, 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 bloop. So the Ziziphus is up there. Ziziphus is the best herb for thickening hair strands without depositing colors, gentle enough. It is boom, it's so good. If you mix Ziziphus alone, it's like, it just expands. It's so nice. Yeah, Ziziphus. Definitely use Ziziphus for sure. So Needham asks, what do you think about 6 hour henna treatments for resistant grays? It's the only way I get decent color without multiple applications. Oh wow, okay. Well, I'm curious to hear that. That's really interesting. But I am all for, at the end of the day, I am for clients getting the results that they're happy with and their hair is happy with. At the end of the day, my recommendations are a general guideline. If you find something that's working for you and your hair is happy and you're happy, I want you to stick with what makes you happy, because this is not about me. This is about you. And this is about you, your hair and your journey. So I'm just here to be whatever it is that you need me to be in that moment. I'm here for you guys. Yes, so please share when Jamila's coming back. Oh, so Heather, Jamila is back in. Oh, it's not available to order. That's right. No, because we're fulfilling all the pre-orders first. I just remembered. Jamila Henna is being fulfilled. So it is going to officially be back and available for everyone else to order, because again, we had that one. We had a good couple of hundred orders of the Jamila Henna, maybe about 300 to 400 orders of Jamila Henna. So those are getting fulfilled first. And by Friday, I would say check the website and you should be able to order it by then. So Mariola said, hi, Khadija, greetings from Panama. Hey, Panama. I've never been, but I know, I've heard it's so beautiful over there. Does cassia cover gray hair? Yes. That's the short answer. It can, but the long answer is a little bumpy because sometimes it doesn't work for everyone. So cassia is also semi-permanent. So again, it doesn't last as long. It lasts about 2 to 3 weeks, and it can give your hair a golden hue. If you have light hair or blonde, it's not gonna make dark hair lighter. It doesn't work that way. Neither does henna. It can't really give you like lightness, not like a chemical can. But it can cover grays for some people who have very, porous hair that is open to receiving, But if your hair is very hard to color and resistant, it may not work. So, but you can give it a shot, because cassia is a great herb overall for the health of your hair and scalp. So it is really good. It's like, I feel like cassia is a go-to. If I was to say what are go-to herbs, henna, I would say yes, but it is subjective, because I believe that it can be a go-to, but not everyone's go-to. Not everyone wants to color their hair. But henna is a good hair. It is definitely a good hair herb and a go-to when used in the way that works for you. So let's say people that don't want color, I really recommend that you use the hair teas and you fuse it in oil or a spritz or a rinse. That works really well, especially hair oils. Anytime you use henna and infuse it in hair oil, it definitely does not color your hair. You can't pull color into the oil. Not when you're infusing it and straining the henna out. Like if you're making an oily henna mixture, that's a whole different thing, like when you're using a lot of henna. But generally speaking, yes, the hair teas are the best way to use henna, and that's a good go-to herb. I feel like cassia is a very good go-to herb as well, and amla, 100%. I think that's a great go-to herb. It's great for like facials. It's natural astringent and it brightens your skin. Amla is like, maybe I need to do some videos about that. One day I'm gonna be in here busting out some like amla on my face and be like, ooh. But I do like that. I know some of you ask about my skincare. I'm really into the Moroccan products right now. I really do like them a lot. I use the rose water all the time, use at least once, sometimes twice a day. The argan oil, I use it twice a day. I use it in the morning and I use it in the evening before I go to bed. Like like the argan oil for me is the final round. Like, and I used to be scared of oils. I used to feel like, oh man, I'm gonna like break out. It's gonna be so greasy. I don't know if it's an age thing because I am 45 years old, and I'm not shy. I know everyone has their preference about sharing their age. I don't really care. I'm a mom of 6. I'm 45 years old, and maybe it is an age thing. I don't feel like my skin is like dry. You might think like, well, maybe Khadija has dry skin and that's why the oil doesn't bother her. My skin is actually oily. Like, and I do have some like, no dry spots. I have a T-zone. Like I'm oily. When I'm oily, it's like here. Like I probably was a bit more oily when I was younger, a little bit, but this is like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, alcohol. So those things, play a role in how I look, like if you want to age, unfortunately, alcohol and cigarettes do that. It is what it is, and I respect everyone's choices, but that's just reality of it. So I do love the Moroccan products, and I do have some brands that I also use. Like I use the mud mask that we have, the Rasul mud mask, which is it over there? Yeah, it's over there. There it is. It's sitting right there on the table. Mud masks are amazing. They're detoxifying. I use that every like 5 to 7 days. But I do like products like Fenty. I like Fenty Beauty a lot. I was really surprised because I was like, like, because they're not really, it's not like Tasha or some brands that you might think like, oh, they must be really good. And Japanese skincare, love it. It's so good. So, and I'm sure you'll find, this is for a story for another time, but TikTok will tell you all about skincare too, all that stuff, And we're on TikTok, by the way. If you want to follow us on TikTok, I post like different content over there. So if you're on TikTok, you should definitely follow us. Yes. So, all right. So I'm going to answer some more questions. And then we've been on here an hour, so I'm going to wrap it up soon. So if you have any questions, you need anything from me, you better ask now. Okay, so Vanessa said something about me being out of stock. Okay. Oh, Vanessa, I'm sorry that the indigo didn't work as well. I apologize. Okay, we're gonna get that stuff together. We had a lot of issues with getting product in, and I apologize that the Red Raj and Indigo and the henna hair dye bundle has been out of stock. But we're working hard on getting back to a place of like consistency as well. There's a lot of raw natural herbs, and sometimes we also didn't realize we'd be selling out so fast. So we're adjusting, and then we opened. So we have clients coming in and buying. There's been a lot of variables that go into like us trying to like get ourselves back to a place. So we're really grateful to you guys, and we're so happy that you trust us so much, and you're still our clients, because longevity is important to us. Like the relationships, longevity means it's because of the relationship. We want to be part of your journey. We want to see you in this space. We want to have fun together. We want to do stuff. We want to have experiences together. And I want to show you when I travel the world. I want to go to Morocco. I want to show you the behind the scenes. When there's India, all these different exotic places that are. When I say exotic, I don't mean it in an offensive way. I mean like places that we don't see or we're not exposed to. I want to bring you with me. So it's different. I mean, those type of things are just all unique to me too. If I haven't seen something, I'm just really interested, and I can't wait to keep on doing that. And Aurora Code said, "Can I put Sisyphus in my henna and indigo recipe? I don't have aloe or fenugreek at the moment." That's a great question, Aurora Codes. She also has an amazing page, by the way. You need to follow her, guys. So look in the comments and be like, "Oh, who's that? Who's Aurora Codes? Oh, yes." So Sisyphus isn't as moisturizing as the aloe vera powder or the fenugreek, so it might dilute it. And it's funny because we've had that question come up as of recently. So I'm wondering, is there like a video out there? Like, is there a conversation going on about adding Sisyphus to the henna and indigo? But we're going to need to test that out because we need to see what would happen. I'm really curious. There's a lot of different formulations. And even my daughter, Maria, the soon to be official cosmetologist, when she graduates in the next couple of weeks and she goes and takes that state board exam, she actually really wants to test color like formulations. I think she really likes color a lot. I think in general she does like color. I think, and that's okay. Again, like I said, I respect, like I'm not really a fan of color because I don't want to do chemicals like that, but she loves color and she's good at it actually. She wants to try to do Jaguar and different formulations with the henna. So I'm so curious to see how that all plays out and what we're going to come up with to share with you guys, using these raw natural ingredients. So it's going to be so cool. So Texas homeschool, Jamila versus Red Rash for sister locks. Which washes out better in your humble opinion? In my humble opinion, I think it's Jamila. Even though I love Red Raj, it's just that Jamila henna powder, and I don't know how in the world they do it in Pakistan. They still to this day have the fluffiest baby powder fine. I don't know what they do. I really don't know. And I think it's a secret. I think I need to go to Pakistan and figure it out. I need to go and be like, "Hey, let me see what you guys do." They're probably like, "No, no, no, trade secrets." Because they really do. Because typically henna, right? The process is they dry out the leaves. They harvest it, of course, when it's the crop time. Crops are usually cut with henna twice a year, typically around like June, and then another batch is cut in like October, November type thing. So depending on the country, because it's region, right? The weather affects the crops. Actually Jamila in particular is very late this year. So there may be a shift on when that's going to be coming in because it took longer than usual. Usually it's here at the beginning of July. So there was a lot of weather issues going on. Like I believe they said it was like rain and all that and stuff. But what I was going to say that Jamila henna, so the process, let me go back to my thought. They harvest it, they dry it, they clean it, then they sift it and they put it through a machine that will start like the first like one or two like grinds and like pulverizing to get it to be very fine. But then they sit there and they do it by hand. Like if you want very, very fine henna, and I hope all of you definitely like send good vibes to these women, mainly women. I'm sure there's some guys, but there's mainly a lot of women. The photos I've seen and that where I have gone, I've seen it's women sifting it by hand, like through very fine mesh. And they got to do that probably 2 or 3 times. So send good vibes because guys, it's a process. Do you think a machine alone can do that? It's them women be like putting it through like the fine mesh, and they got to do kilos and kilos and kilos of henna in order to satisfy our need. Like literally, no joke. It's serious. Like, and I need to get more content on that. My next trip, I'm gonna make sure to get that for you guys. And yes, so Melissa had a question again. Said, "I missed your live chats." Oh, thank you. I'll try to do better. It's just when opening a whole place, it's so hard to come on live. I have been going in pools a lot and my scalp is extremely itchy and dry. Can you recommend something to prevent this? What I would recommend definitely is, have you tried putting on like some type of like conditioner before, like a light conditioner or a light oiling, and then putting a cap over your hair? That might help a lot. That's what I would probably recommend, like before you go in the pool, and then also make sure that you probably want to use our cleansing co-wash to wash all that chlorine out. That might help and it will restore moisture. I would definitely say try that as well. How do you eliminate Hi Wafa? How do you eliminate the orange brassy tone in henna or virgin hair? I have brunette hair with brassy undertones. How can I mix henna and indigo to remove those tones? That's a great question. So when it comes to brassy tones, probably definitely henna and indigo. So if you can try using 50-50 of each, henna, 50% of what you need, and the other part will be that 50% of indigo, that will definitely help a lot. You probably won't see that brassy tone. And then if you do you have any grays? I'm just curious about that as well, because that could affect it too. Johannesburg. Hey, Joe Coco. Oh, South Africa. I want to go somewhere I have never been. I want to go to South Africa. I want to go to Nigeria. I want to see how they do hair there. I follow some people in Nigeria that have their hair is amazing. It's like, ooh, I just love it. How do you no, next question. Sorry. I discovered your show a while ago. Now I'm hooked. I drink methi tea and eat the seeds every morning. Does drinking methi tea encourage hair growth? I believe that if you are internally taking good herbs, and for sure, you are just promoting hair growth and promoting like just overall health. Because methi tea is very, very, very good. So you could definitely are getting benefits from that. So absolutely, I believe that drinking herbal teas that have specific benefits should help. You should notice too, and if you want to prove yourself right in that, just look at your nails. Are they stronger than usual? Are they growing longer than usual? So that will show to you that it works. I believe like the intake of healthy, foods and fluids will help, just your overall health of your whole body. Needham says, is cassia similar to senna? I'm wondering if they have similar benefits. So there are different types of cassia and senna. So it really depends. They can be similar, but we carry cassia obovata specifically because of it specifically has hair benefits. So yeah, there are different kinds. So you may want to look up the Latin name of what you're comparing it to decide. Yes, I think they're the same plant family. Yes, Nita. Yes, exactly. Any cheese for energy? Oh, lotus flower. I don't know. I don't drink tea for energy. I usually like to juice for energy. Juicing is my thing, so I really like juicing. I find that that's what works for me. I feel like I'm a believer of like eating and whatever your intake is for your body, your foods, the foods that you need is by blood type too. So I think that varies by person to person. So teas, I don't think it would energize me personally, but juices energize me and it makes me feel good and doesn't make me feel heavy and bloated and stuff. So I think you have to find out what works best for you. So I don't really have an answer, and I'm not a nutritionist though too. So I'm only sharing like my own personal experiences when it comes to food and that. So and correct me if I'm wrong. If anyone's a nutritionist, you probably know better than me. Yeah. So Aurora Code said, I'll test the Zysifus in the henna recipe for us. Yes. Okay, Aurora Codes, you go, girl. Latonia Jackson said, Jamila Summer Crop is the only henna I've used for 9 years. Okay, so you're an OG Jamila user. So Latonia, have you used the Jamila for hair as well? And have you used when the Jamila used to be in a box? Like, and you've used like our new pouch? I think people got really confused. I don't think we did as good of a job as we could have to say repeatedly, like not just once, but repeat that the Jamila had a new look, because we asked them if we could put it in, a pouch, so that, because I personally really like the pouches. Like the pouches close up and seal, and I love the layering. I feel like when I have the Jamila in the box, like I'm wasting. Like there's a foil, extra wrapper, and then the box. And the only thing too, the Jamila Henna company in Pakistan, they did tell us that they had last season, they had a hard time putting their fine, because it's so fine, like it just sticks to everything. Like when they're trying to pack it, it's very, very difficult. And so they did have to use an extra pouch to put it in ours. So it'll be a little different, but I'm trying to figure out a way to avoid less waste, because the box had plastic, then it had the box, and then you had the foil inside. When it's like just the the pouch packaging. Like, let me show you. Ooh, sorry guys. There we go. Here I come. the pouch. The pouch package is just one pouch. And after I'm done with this, I recycle it. And I like that you can reseal it. Like, you break the seal, right? The first seal, there's a little knob right here. You rip it open, and then, you open it. And then if you have leftover, you just close the seal back and you put it in a cool, dark place or your freezer. But it's like one thing, and then you put it in the recycling when you're done, and that's it. That's what we do. That's what we've been doing. But there was too many layers, so I liked it better. But it's a really good henna powder. So one of the first, I used Moroccan henna powder first officially, and then our first purchase of big quantity of henna powder came from Jamila company. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the Jamila for hair, we used to carry it like, geez, I don't know, 2006 or 7 for a couple of years. And it's just a low quality Jamila. But people used to like think or get confused and say it was fake. So it's not really fake. It was never fake. It's just that it was like the leftover henna basically from after them sifting all the henna powder. It was like the ends of it, like if you get the fine stuff, the first 3 sifts, then you get like the last bit leftovers that are just sitting there. So yeah, it was definitely yeah, the pouches are great, but definitely Jamila henna powder is a good one. So yeah, guys, I am so happy to be with you guys today. I'm gonna just close out now so I can go home and make dinner. Dinner must be served here on the East Coast, Columbia, Maryland. It is 6:15 p.m. So you guys have about less than 6 hours to do the Secret Stash 30% off. I put the link in the chat. It hasn't been announced anywhere. And I also shared, it has, okay, let me clarify. It has been announced on the YouTube community page. So if this closes out and you can't find it, just go to the community area on YouTube. And we did announce it on our Henna Bay VIP list on the text messages, the SMS text that we have, a list that gets exclusive offers only. So it was shared there. But what I meant is it not really publicly. Instagram stories got access to it as well, but we really didn't announce it otherwise. So it's usually very exclusive. So if you want exclusivity, there is a link in this chat here that is for the Secret Stash sign up. And then under that is the sale for today, which ends in less than 6 hours. So it's specific products in that list, and you do have to buy a minimum of 3 items to get 30% off. So happy shopping. Scoop up some more goodies. All the Supreme Henna orders and the Jamila Henna orders are in processing. So those of you who have pre-ordered those 2 items, give it another couple of days because, as I mentioned, there are hundreds and hundreds of orders. I think even Supreme Henna alone itself hit like 900 orders. There are a lot of orders of those 2 henna powders. So stay tuned. Please be patient and allow time for us to process. We are, again, a small team. We've got about 7 employees here, and not every day. We have 2 part-times. So I'm grateful for my staff because they work very hard to try to do the best that they can, to make everything flow and get out the dough to you guys. So there's that. And then Red Rash, Indigo, and the Henna Hair Dye Bundle, you can still pre-order that. We are in the thousands of orders for that as well. So by the end of August, mid to end of August, that should come in. We should start shipping them out. I still highly recommend that you do pre-order because once it does arrive, we're not going to be taking orders for a minute until all the pre-orders are the priority. Anytime we do a pre-order, those clients are the priority because they have paid for their order, they have gotten in line, they got their queue, and we're making sure that they get their products right away, So I just want to be transparent about that. So you guys all know, no surprises. Yeah, so thank you guys. Okay, yes. Okay, Carol Abrahams, thank you for being on an SMS exclusive list. Yes, okay. Well, you guys have an amazing day. I'm so glad that you guys joined me in this live. I'm going to see you next time. If you have any live special requests, please post it in the comments below this live. I want to hear all about exactly what you want to know about, hear about, but specifically what you want to see live. And I think one of the most exciting things that I think that you guys will like, though I will say this, that I think that anything going on in that salon is going to really make you guys excited. So stay tuned. I'm definitely going to be doing some of those. But again, post any requests that you want done live in person. I will be definitely taking requests. And I'll see you guys next time. So don't forget, subscribe. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because I am trying to hit that 100K by the end of this year. That would be so amazing. I would love to hit 100K by the end of 2023. That would be amazing. So subscribe, tell your friends, and yeah, I hope to see you guys here in the Columbia, Maryland store soon too, if you're ever in the area. And yeah, have a good night. Thank you guys. See you. Bye.